Hey there everyone, it's David from Run That RC, and today I'm going to show you guys how I put together my Twin Hammers crawler. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, so here I have my Twin Hammers sitting on top of it. It's my Proline 91 4Runner body with an eBay bought metal roof rack. Little box I made out of Gorilla Tape right there. This roof rack did come with lights. I just turned it around, made them rear facing lights and side lights. Got a light bar over here. That's just double-sided taped on. And these right here are beadlock wheels by G-Made. They're plastic beadlock wheels. Forgot the model name of them, but they're pretty much the cheapest G-Mades you can get, I believe. This body right here is just attached to this truck by Velcro. You can see right there. At the very top corner up here, we have ourselves a bunch of zip ties and Velcros. That's all it is right there. Just to get the right height. And on the corners, I have some Traxxas crash bars from a short course truck. I still have the original 2-speed metal geared transmission, the Twin Hammers. This has metal gears all throughout. It has the WPL Toys shocks on here. And by the way, this cage that all this Velcro sitting on and this my mounting system, this whole cage right here, including this bumper, is from a WL Toys truck that's called 10428A, I believe. And that's kind of like a spider clone with a Twin Hammers style chassis with a axial spider ish chassis or roll cage right here. So that's what this cage is sitting on top of the Twin Hammers chassis. And pretty much more than 80% of this truck is an original Twin Hammers. There are some WL Toys parts thrown in there. Hot racing links in the rear. I'll explain why I had to go get those really expensive links. But for the front right here, the actual lockers that I'm using up front to lock the front diff is the original Vaterra Twin Hammer front diff locker. The gearing on this truck is the factory gearing that the Twin Hammers comes with. I am running a 35 turn brushed motor, no namer. My shift servo has burned out, and this is the third one that Horizon Hobby sent to me as replacement every time they burnt out. So props to Horizon Hobby for their awesome customer support. These shocks right here, these are WL Toy shocks. The rear's got low-C springs on it. And also, if you haven't noticed, my front end sits really high compared to a regular Twin Hammers. If you try to make a regular Twin Hammer sit this high, you would end up having your drive shafts pop out of, or the dog bones pop out of the cups over here. What I ended up doing was I was able to source drive shafts that fit the cups in here. So for the factory wheel connections or hub, these drive shafts and internals or rebuild kit are team associated B4 shafts. So that's what I run now. They do occasionally break every now and then from being locked and all the weight this truck has and everything, and weighted tires and everything. But it's been pretty reliable overall. I was running a high-tech servo in here, an HS 645 MG or something like that. Lasted me about 3 years, 4 years, that servo. Finally gave out from playing too much, I guess, in the water. Decided to try this out. Budget servo that a bunch of people have been raving about, I guess. I don't know if you can see in there. But yeah, that's a JX servo. It's been doing good so far. I've had a couple of runs, maybe 12 packs through it so far. Performance is good. You know, obviously I'm not a competition crawler. This is not a competition crawler. It's obviously something I made just to try to see if it would crawl good. And it does well. Pretty impressed with it. I got friends with Red Cats, friends with HPI Ventures and Traxxas, HPI TRX4s. This setup seems to hang pretty well with them, considering I have a chassis down here that I skid on everything. But even these little plastic pieces right here that I added on these aluminum arms, just so the aluminum wouldn't get too chewed up and wear out, and also to help me slide better on rocks, because I do a lot of rock bashing. So you can tell some rocks fell out of the truck right now when I flipped it over. This is my daily driver, as you can say. Let's see, what else did I not mention? Oh, it's got a Hobby Wing 1060, which is a 60 amp brushed ESC from Hobby Wing. Anything other than that? Yeah, there's this T-Bone Racing bumper guard, you can call it, skid plate, which works really, really well with the Proline body sitting on it. Makes it look a nice little bash plate right there. Okay, and I guess we can go back to these arms. So I have these Hot Racing aluminum upper and lower links. The reason for this, I had to get these, was because the Proline body, the 4Runner sits, wheelbase is a little bit longer than the Twin Hammer, so these links were adjustable right here to make it longer to match the body. So that's the reason why I had to get those really expensive links. Other than that, everything else on this truck I pretty much already own, because I have 2 Twin Hammers and a WL Toys 10428A, I believe I hope that I'm saying the right one. So, I'm not sure if you can tell in the video, there, right there, it's my other Twin Hammers sitting on the shelf back there. That's my Speed Demon 3S 40 mile an hour Twin Hammer. And, okay, so what else can I say about this? I already said it's got stock gearing, all Twin Hammers, 35 turn motor, and these tires right here are Integi Racing, or whatever that brand is, Integi. All I did to them was I decided to cut every other lug, just to give myself a little bit more grip when I'm climbing rocks and stuff, and it sure works. Works really well. The drive shaft down here is actually still got rocks flying out of this truck. Let's see if I can get more to come out. Oh yeah. The drive shaft on this is still a factory Twin Hammers shaft. It's plastic with metal outdrives. Well, if you had any questions about how reliable this drive shaft is, it's been on this truck since I got it, and I have an MIP metal shaft that will go on here as soon as this breaks, but guess what? I haven't been able to break this one really, so it'll stay on here. And the funny thing is, this shaft is so extended because of this arm extension. There literally is only like that much plastic inside of there, and I'm so surprised that with all the bashing, and I don't know if you can tell how scraped up and scratched up it is. I can't believe it hasn't popped out once. It's very reliable. The only thing I really break on this truck are these front drive shafts because of this being locked and the drive shaft angles. Obviously, as you can see in my truck, my lift is so high, my drive shaft angles are extreme, so I kind of set myself up for that whole mess. Not a big deal. It works for me. Replace the drive shaft every now and then. I have spares. My battery, actually, I couldn't find a really low place to put it. I really didn't like the back placement back here of the battery. So what I ended up doing was, since the truck is so low center of gravity anyway, a lot of my weight's down here, weighted tires, all my weight's down here. This battery doesn't really affect anything when I just put it in the center right here. That way it doesn't change the weight bias front to back because it's sitting in the middle. It just sits there. And this Velcro right here, it's just to hold the battery so it doesn't come flying out of there, and this just connects to this connection. My ESC right here. And that's pretty much it. Put my power plug over here, or power switch. Oh yes, I am running a Fly Sky radio on this, the FS GT3C. Been my go-to radio for a while now. It's affordable, the receivers are affordable, you know, it doesn't bother you to hand it over to a friend. It's not going to break your $200, $300 transmitter. But there you go, guys. That is my 4Runner. / Twin Hammers. I call it the Twin Runner. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, guys. And everyone run that RC.